Hi guys, what's up? I'm Abby and I'm a homo sapien. Get it? Homo sapien. Moving on. I'm Abby and I'm a big lesbian. These videos are about talking about our experiences and stuff. As you can see, I've got a lovely big rainbow flag behind me because I'm clearly very proud of who I am. So how I came out. I initially came out to my friends. The main way that I came out was to about 1, 2, 3, 4 friends in one toilet cubicle at school. And I was very, very upset. We were about to go to assembly in the morning, but I just kind of like flooded into tears because I kind of had to tell my friends of like what was going on because they were my friends and I loved them and they loved me, so I kind of felt like they deserved to know. Like in my state, no one had ever seen me cry at school before, so it was kind of a big thing.
Everyone was like, "Oh my god, Abby's crying, what's going on?"
And everyone kind of jumped to the conclusion that someone had died. No, my dignity may have died, but no one else did. So the 4 girls rushed me to the toilet, the one cubicle. They actually locked me in, and I remember someone walking into the toilets, and I was just like,
I can't say there's someone in the toilet.
So all 5 of us, so the 4 friends and me, were in this one cubicle, and I remember my friends, just because obviously I don't have more than 2 hands, they kind of started taking my fingers because they wanted to all support me. I think they knew what was coming, to be fair, but I just kind of went,
I've got to tell you something.
And they said, well,
go on then.
And I went,
okay.
And it was, that was it. And they kind of went,
oh, we knew.
And I went,
so you're okay with it?
And they were like,
of course we are, we love you, and like that's part of you and who you are, so of course we're okay with it.
So that being all well and good, I decided to tell my parents because obviously that was the biggie. And I told my dad via a sticky note on the fridge. I wouldn't recommend that because it's not very productive. Luckily my dad took it very well, and he was just like,
you are who you are, as long as you're happy then I'm happy.
I made my mum play the guessing game in the car. I said, I've got something to tell you but you've got to guess. What logic was that? And she did in the end, and she was a little bit, but that's understandable because although to me it was obvious, to her it was not. And so it just took a little while for it to sink in. She was fine with it in the end. But that was my friends and family and how I came out. It wasn't, in regards to my parents, it probably wasn't the most courageous thing I've ever done, but I got it out there in the ways that I could at the time, because it's a big thing. It's a big thing to not only accept but then have to tell people about as well. Think of it as if it was only yesterday, but I actually came out when I was about 13, 14. When I was about, I think, 16, I then came out to a teacher, and that was completely unexpected, but completely necessary. I have to say, to this day, it was that teacher that really, although I had kind of accepted myself, it was her that gave me the strength to just be who I was and not really give a damn about what people thought of me and the judgments. I think everyone who goes through this needs someone like that in their life to help them find that strength to have the bravery and courage to be themselves, because not a lot of people do. I think the main reason is, why do people come out? And my reasons for it was that it was me, and I could have carried on being in my social group and pretending that I found boys
well attractive and all that, so well fit, loving the 6-pack.
But it wasn't me, and I really tried to partake in the conversation, but I couldn't because it wasn't me. And so I told my friends for that reason, so that they knew, and obviously my family, and so therefore they had every right to know that this is their relative and I'm going through a tough time, so to speak, and that was it. And that was my reason for coming out, because it's me, and I shouldn't have to hide it. I shouldn't have to pretend I'm not gay. I am I'm gay, and I'm pretty damn confident and comfortable within that fact. In all the other videos, everyone's spoken about when it's appropriate for you to come out. My piece of advice is that you come out when you're damn well ready, and you tell people who you know you're comfortable with, who you know will love and support you regardless of the situation. It's not for me to kind of assume what your situation is. If you have a specific problem, inbox us and try and help you in whichever way you can. Unfortunately, coming out is something that you need to do yourself, and that by all means ask your friends and family for advice, or ask anyone for advice if you're unsure, but ultimately it's something that you yourself have to do. But I'm not going to talk to you about that. I'm not going to talk about how you should come out. I'm going to say to you that regardless of who you are, whether you fancy donkeys or whether you fancy vagina or penis, it doesn't really matter. If you are uncomfortable within your own skin, if you're anything, it doesn't have to be gay, it doesn't have to be bisexual, transgender, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be anything. You should be proud of who you are, because you're a human being and you're here on this earth, and you shouldn't feel inadequate in comparison to anyone else because you're different. The final word is that I don't care who you are, what you do for a living, I don't care. You're a human being and you deserve to be treated with the utmost 100% respect from everyone. If you ever feel like you're alone, you do have a massive community around you, and within that community you will find people who love and respect you for who you are, and you've probably already got a circle of friends and family who will support you through everything that you ever choose to do. And so if it is coming out that you're doing, if it's support that you need, and specifically if it's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, whatever it is, you have a community within this page, and you have a community in person. There are people out there who will help you realise that you're normal and that it's okay to be who you are. And I know it might be easy for me to say that because I'm at that point now where I'm comfortable within myself and I'm strong enough to deal with people's petty opinions, all of that. It might be easy for me to say that. If you don't believe it yourself yet, you will either wake up one morning and realise that you deserve the respect of everyone, or alternatively, like myself, you might come across a teacher, for example, or you'll come across someone that helps you kind of open your eyes and realise you are normal, you are the same as everyone else, and that you're just here on this earth to just get through it and just have a bloody good time while you're here. So, I think I'm rambling, but you're human, and that's all I'm going to say. Be yourself, because no one else can do it for you. There's only one of you, and that's it. So that's all I have to say on the matter. If you do need advice, if you want someone to talk to, we're here for you. So I'm going to call it quits now, otherwise I'm going to continue rambling. Adios, if that's the right word, amigos.